Hey, Big A, finally landed my first job about a year of post-grad. Used your advice of networking nonstop. Thank you. Insanely brutal how much work it took, but I believe I'm grateful. Hey, big fucking W, dude. I know it's a fucking hard-ass time to be grinding for a job that's huge. That's awesome, bro. Big fucking W. What's that advice? No, there's no deep advice here, bro. It's just that zoomed out, the online apply with a resume and cover letter is dead. It was dead before, but it is buried, dead, nailed, fucking dead now because of easy apply and AI resumes and AI resume sifters, and it's useless, bro. It's fucking useless. I'm not saying if you don't want to add to that and do that, sure, fine. I'm not telling you to stop, but your odds go up by 99% doing two things. And by the way, it's still not good odds. I'm just better. You have to know somebody, have some connect who can get you in the door, put a face to the name. And I'm not saying it's your best friend. I'm not saying it's someone you know deeply well. There's a human being that can be like, hey, I am qualified for this job. Here's my resume. Can you just, like, that helps. And then number two is, well, this is weird, but if you're applying for a job, and this is just math, dude, if you're applying for a job, being first is a mathematically better chance, which means when a job goes up, if you see a job posting go up, apply in the first hours, like apply the same day. The earlier you apply, your odds go up 1,000% because the amount of applications now is so gargantuan that they only care about the first wave. They just stop listening. They only check the first wave of application. This is because it's become 10,000, like every application gets flooded. So if you've seen it, if a job posting has been up for a week, I honestly think don't bother online applying. I'm not even kidding. I mean, I guess do what you want. I'm not gonna tell you, it doesn't cost you anything, but your odds are like zero. Because, and here's the thing, everybody's resume is perfect now. We can talk about this. I read a really great piece. It's official. Hiring managers are not reading your resume, okay? RIP resumes. Slop is killing the resume, and it's just because of this. It's this arms race, okay? You know, the economy's already been a little shaky. Everyone was applying a lot of jobs. So human resume readers, HR, got overwhelmed and started using AI resume sifters. And then, you know, in response, or just because of the technology, people started using AI resume generators and auto appliers. And so now it's this endless arms race where every resume looks perfect. Every resume it's got the details, it's customized for every job. And so there's millions of them. There literally is no differentiator. And they interview people. It's like, you cannot tell a difference between, anyone can spin up a buzzword-filled resume and cover letter in seconds with ChatGPT. They can doctor a flawless headshot. They can cheat a coding test. Fake or embellished applications have become indiscernible from quality candidates. People also just, the idea of like lie a little bit in your resume is gone. Everyone's lying all the time. So the resume is dead. Like, it feels completely useless for a lot of jobs. They're finding new ways to do it. They're trying to find new ways to do it. It's kind of adapting right now. This is live. But I do think that this is one of the areas where AI is just cooking things. One thing I heard, maybe some of you guys have gone through this. I heard from a friend who's applying for a job right now that they're having people do AI interviews where you get put into a call with an AI that asks you questions about the job and even converses with you a bit. And then it distills that answer down. That's crazy. There's an article video on The Verge. If you link me, I'll pull it up. Done that, made me almost suicidal. It was so fun. I mean, I don't doubt that it's really demoralizing talking to not a human. I totally get that. But what's funny is because job applying is so stressful and I don't know, a fucking pain in the ass right now, my friend told me he preferred the AI interviews to the human ones because he felt like the AI was at least listening to his answers. That's what he told me. He's like, dude, some of these human interviews, it's like they're not even fucking, I mean, it's a cooked time. It is cooked 100%. I feel like this particularly is the sign of a true break with the past, like this Business Insider resume thing. And it is like a sign that, like, I don't know, if you're getting advice from a fucking boomer about, going there with a clean resume, it's like, it's completely dead. It's so different. It's such a different time. But the core principles of like, try to know somebody at the company to get an in and then, apply early. I guess those are still important, but yeah, it's crazy. Can you come to my house and tell my dad that? No, I can't. Your parents are not understanding in a full way of how crazy this market is and how particularly hard it is for young people. I'm being real. The youth unemployment is significantly higher than the widespread unemployment. And most companies are having job openings where a young person is competing with somebody who just got laid off from somewhere else who has a good resume. And so like, if you're coming in without a lot of experience, it's just such a fucking uphill battle right now. There's a lot of experience that is hitting the market. So it is tough. I'm not trying to fucking doomer it a bit. I'm just trying to be honest that like if you're going through it right now, you are 100%. You're not crazy. I strongly agree with the don't bother sentiment. Many people found jobs recently traditional way. It's a numbers game. It'll happen. I'm not disagreeing with you. When I said don't bother, I specifically meant a job that's been up for a long period of time. But I guess if it's AI generated, whatever, nothing hurts. I'm just telling you that I've seen the numbers, and it's like all the applications on a job like that are in the first day are like extremely more likely. And that's even back when I was hiring before AI generated resumes, which is that like if you get a bunch of applications for a job, you usually take the first wave, go deep on them, and then if they don't work out, you go elsewhere. But I've applied to 5,000 jobs and received 4 offers. The Fortune 500 I'm at started doing in-person interviews for the first time since before COVID. Yeah, they're just companies. This article goes kind of deep on it, but the companies are trying other things to find out who's qualified candidates because the old ways are 100% gamed. They're dead. The resume is worthless. I'm not saying don't have one. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying everyone's is perfect now. So like, you know, it used to be like you would try to write your description kind of perfect or like be honest about the skills you used or tailor it to a custom part of the job. But everyone can do that now Insta. So it's not an advantage. Every company has 4+ rounds. Yeah, the other thing is the companies are just more scared to hire, right? They're just scared to hire. So they're taking their time. It's definitely an employer's market, unlike 21 or 22. And so it's a bigger pain in the ass. The Big A, the media company I work at is trying to fill a programming director role. I don't have the experience necessary to feel 100% confident in the role. Is there any benefit in applying to show ambition or get my face in front of the bosses? Yeah, 100%. Here's the thing, is I don't know you well enough to give you the best answer. The best answer is it should be not laughably crazy. It should be something you could stretch for. If it's like you're the intern and you apply for the CEO job, it's like, oh, this guy's a fucking idiot. Okay? But if it's something where it's like, this is something you could do, it's a little out of your wheelhouse, a little bit of a stretch, that's awesome. That shows a lot of initiative. It's like, hey, I'm ambitious, I'm hungry, I'm trying to get better. But if it just can't be crazy. And so I don't know where you're at now, and I don't know how insanely different this is. But when in doubt, go for it because the downside is so much smaller than you think. The downside is nothing. Really, the worst that can happen is so little compared to the potential. I mean, listen, a Fox News host is now running our military. Your resume don't matter, bro. Your background don't matter. You gotta have the right smile. The CEO of McDonald's wouldn't be able to find a job right now. Dude, a guy that autistic and that good at eating burgers, he would be a great YouTube food reviewer, bro. He'd crush. CEO of McDonald's you'd be putting Review Bra to shame. I wouldn't be worried about him, dude. I think you're underrating the importance of having a firm handshake. Yeah, I guess. Did you see a YouTuber as the front runner for a congressional seat in Texas? I said this. Was this a prediction? Was this 23 predictions or whatever? Content creators are going to start winning a lot of elections. It's the beginning. It's the beginning of a wave. It's not a good thing. Not a horrible thing necessarily, but it's going to happen because the way media has changed, because the value you get from getting your messaging out there through owning a content platform is so much higher than going on traditional media. People that, I'm not saying content creator like they have to be, you know, a YouTuber, whatever. I think like they're going to have to create content. They're going to be active on platforms. They're going to have like that's what I'm saying. Do you know what I'm saying? It's going to be Mr. Beast and Jake Paul, bro. That's what I'm saying. Get ready for that. Unironically, I think the parents' advice of going into a business and handing in a CV in person might be enough to stand out. Honestly, maybe. I'm not even gonna, I think it's a little boomery and kooky, but it's better than just applying online. I'll tell you that. Because you're trying to put a face to the name and say, I'm not crazy. I could do this job. That's what you're trying to do. But, you know, I think there's a real shot they're not going to take it. Wait, I was joking.
Trump's got us. God bless. Love you, Kentucky.
No, he's a great guy. He's a courageous guy and a talented guy. He's a hell of a fighter, too, by the way. And I just want to say, I'm going to make a prediction that you will be, in the not-too-distant future, running for political office. Okay? And
they're cheering this? He's pushing Jake Paul for political office and we're cheering?
My complete and total endorsement, okay? No, that's what we want. He's an incredible guy.
Is this worse than war in Iran? I got to power scale the two. This is the line for me. I was a diehard MAGA supporter until this. I could put up with the forever war, but when you endorse Jake Paul, I'm a rice gum guy, dude. I can't possibly, that's my red line. That's my crypto president.